Hey, Zio here. We are going to talk about something a bit different. Normally, we're talking about gaming and gaming news, and we're playing video games, but I do like to branch off into other things like Doctor Who that one time. But today, we're talking about anime. And be more specifically, we're going to be talking about anime tatas, the titties, the bazookas, the twin guns, the thing that seems to have Twitter people up in an uproar all the dang time for some odd reason. And to be even more specific, because we're going to get into that topic by talking about another topic, we'll be talking about a particular YouTuber as well, who apparently recently has something going on with this topic as well. So let's just get into it, shall we? But yeah, lately I have been on Twitter a lot more than normal. I don't know why, but I have been. And as a result, I have seen all sorts of crazy out there that I heard about, I've seen about existing, but never actually interacted with until recently. Which leads us to this video, to be totally honest, because the thing I want to talk about behind this particular thing, and I really wasn't going to do a video or anything on it because it was one of those things that just perplexed me to the point that I'm like, why does it matter? It's like, I see these pictures and stuff when something comes out, like the new Pokemon trainers or whatever, or one of the gym leaders or something, and everybody is running off in the Twitterverse for some odd reason going, oh, I fixed your design, Nintendo, because your design showed too much skin, or whatever it is. And I'm just perplexed by that. Like, what are people going on about? Why do you people feel the need to change somebody else's art? Of course, then again, I did a video complaining about Cal Arts and talking about art not that long ago, so I'm somewhat of a hypocrite on that, I guess. But, we're going to start off with Hirohei for a second. Hirohei is a anime YouTuber, I believe. I first found one of his videos way back in February, I think, of this year, somewhere along the time that the whole Vic Mignogna thing was going on. Before that, he covered a lot of Ruby stuff, and since then he seems to have branched out into other anime-related topics, as well as some other topics. And as a result, he's grown in size and stuff, and he decided to apparently talk about this, what we're seeing on the screen. It's some kind of, I couldn't find it anywhere. I was trying to find the thread, I tweeted at him because it's the only option I have. It doesn't have an open DM or anything, and I can't do anything in the Discord because I don't have permissions. Trying to get that thread, the original thread, the archive of it, couldn't do it, so this is the best I could do. Sorry about that. But apparently you've got some, Twitter anon on there saying, hey, Studio Bones, can you explain to me how her chest went from this to this? And essentially the chest is slightly bigger. From what I can tell, it's a little bit bigger in the bust size. Whoop-de-dang-do, who cares? This person does. Okay, no biggie. The whole point to apparently the video was he had seen it beforehand, so a little history lesson. It happened. The same post was posted earlier, like a year or so ago, and apparently he did this video talking about that post, using it as a jumping point for like the first 3 minutes of the video, and continued just going through the comments and talking about the different people commenting on the video. Right? Or not on the video, but on that particular Twitter thread, and going through, the different comments, the for and against comments, and things like that, and just talking about it in general, but use this particular thread right here as a jumping off point. Well, this apparently has stirred up this person's base and their Twitter friends and their other people who are on their like-minded side, and they've decided to go after Hero in various ways, like downvoting, tweets, and reporting videos and other things. Of course, nothing has actually happened because there's no basis behind the reports. But then there was the follow-up, which just came out, which I didn't just caught. I hadn't actually seen anything of Heroes in a while, but I went ahead and I watched this particular one, which then made me go back and watch that 16-minute one that had come out, because I had to see what the fuss was about, and it's really not as bad as these people are gone on this tangent about it. So there's that. But so you've got this person over here, and they're upset. Okay, apparently, full disclosure, this person claims that they are like 17, 16, something like that. And honestly, I don't really care. They're in the public space right now, and they're speaking in the public space. And so we've got this here. We've got people complaining about it. They're going on this nice little tirade about imagining making a whole 16-minute video about a minor's tweet that hurt your incel feelings, and not even censoring her like you are literally encouraging people to harass a teenager. Y'all are getting the electric chair, you ugly slugs. This is one of the things that I actually just wanted to talk about this right here, this particular thing right here. All right, first off, the video is 16 minutes long, and it's not all about this one person. It's a jumping off point. And if you happen to run across this, you probably haven't even made it this far into the video, because you've already, logged off and done something else and downvoted. So what does it matter? I'm preaching to another choir here. But you're going to go ahead and emphasize that this person is a minor, and that's all cool and well and things. But the problem is this so-called minor doesn't have any information out there to let anybody know that she's a minor. And if it wasn't for these people complaining, nobody would even know that he or she or it is 16. But nobody is encouraging anybody to actually go after this person. Talking about this person, not censoring their there's nothing wrong with that. Right now, they're in the public space. Therefore, they are not immune to public criticism. They are not immune to public, likes. They're not immune to people commenting on their stuff and going at them and disagreeing with them, or agreeing with them and voicing their opinions. They're in the public space. That's what happens. If you can't handle that, however, here's my advice to you. Get the F out of the public space and stop commenting on things. It's that simple. If you go into the public square and you shout something, and somebody shouts something back, you can't get mad that they have shouted back at you. It's that simple. This is how basic socializing works. Can't handle it? Leave. But that's my advice. But this person then, of course, goes on to this thing. They've locked their thread and everything. And of course, they didn't actually watch the video. They just assume all 16 minutes, like everybody else, is about them, because that's usually how it works. Of course, taking jabs where they can. Imagine being so pressed by a random teenager's tweet that says, I think over-sexualizing high school girls is bad, which apparently, the character in question is apparently 18 or 17, 18, 17. I don't know. It depends on which material you're looking at. Does it really matter, to be totally honest? But anyway, and then emphasizing that, it's a 16-minute video about one tweet, which, it was the jumping off point for the comments and the discussion at hand, and not censoring the OP's Again, you're in the public space. You have no right to have your censored. Sorry, get over it. And if you can't handle that, child, go use the door, log out, do something, and go elsewhere. And thus, putting a minor on blast by exposing it to 65k subscribers, whoop-de-doo. You'll live. Anyway, Hero has blocked them. I don't know if they've blocked Hero. Either way, the block tools are there for a reason. You don't like something, you don't like listening to people, especially when somebody is putting you constantly on blast or whatever, and clapping back and things. You block them, you mute them. That's what the tools are for. Not going to sit there and fault anybody for doing that. I mean, I got blocked. I've been blocked quite a few times, actually, which I find interesting. But this is what we really wanted to get to, and I already spent like 9 minutes getting to this very small thing that I actually wanted to talk about. But admire the work the Red Cross does, which is why I'm disappointed that Red Cross, the thingy, in Japan would run a campaign using the over-sexualized Yuki-chan. There's a time and a place for stuff. This isn't it. #women, #me too, #kutu. And this of course is the picture right here. We've got this anime girl right here, of course, fully clothed, huge set of tatas, you know, a good rack on her, and you know, they're advertising the blood drive and stuff, right? No biggie. This is where it perplexes me. That this is an over-sexualization, apparently. I can't figure that out. If we were going with an over-sexualization, we would be taking the upper part of the chest here. We'd rip that bit down, right? We'd expose the top part of the cleavage, the bra, and put her in more of a suggestive pose if we were trying to over-sexualize this particular character. Then you can go ahead and say, isn't that a bit over-sexualization right there? No? Okay. This is not it. And of course, you know, I clapped back to that one, and this happened a few days ago, and I promptly got blocked by the OP because I was like, look, dude, are you seriously that sexually frustrated that you find this here be over-sexualized? I just don't get it. But, yeah, then it goes down and it's like, let me clarify, I'm not opposed to particular fetishes. There's an appropriate place for erotic materials of all kinds, but this is not it. This is not anywhere close to erotic material, which is the thing I don't get. You know, these people like to complain about these breast sizes, apparently. Like, yeah, some of them may be way too big. Some of them are not. I've seen women with this particular body type in real life. It's not like it's over-sexualized or somehow unrealistic. It's a thing that can happen. Anyway, and that's what really perplexed me. It wasn't anything big enough to really do a giant video on or anything. That's why I had to, you know, had to have a jumping off point, I guess. And really the whole thing, this whole thing here just also perplexes me. Like, a person would go through and be so upset that somebody used their tweet as a jumping off point to have a discussion about, you know, anime, essentially, that they start going on this tirade after privating their things and all this other stuff, and you know, going through here and just being that upset over it. And it's like, look, you're in the public space. What did you expect? I don't understand what more people expect. It's like, it's so weird because I've seen people say things. They take the hottest of takes. People start clapping back. People start agreeing with them. People disagree with them. And then like 2 threads later, I'm muting this because of XXX. It's like, what have you even doing it at that point? If you're not there to engage with the people, what was the point to that to begin with? Can't handle the engagement, you probably shouldn't have, you know, put it up there for everybody to see. You're in the public space, and the public will chime back. Anyway, let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I will talk to you later. See ya.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, smash that like button, and always subscribe for more. And of course, there are other videos floating around somewhere on the screen, so click one of those and see if you can find something that suits your fancy. Till then, I'll see you later. Bye.